All right, so for question number 2, I'm just going to refer to the steps on the blue sheet. I'm not going to show the blue sheet just so it's not confusing, but I will show the calculator. So if you look at the very bottom of the sheet, we have to do step 7 anytime we start a new problem. So step 7 says to do second plus 4, enter. So before we get started, we're going to hit second plus 4, enter. Second plus 4, enter. And it should say clear all lists done. Perfect. Now we can start over. We do not have to do step 1 because we don't have to reset the calculator. We know it's all ready to go. We do not have to do step 2 because we already did it. So we can start with step 3. So anytime you guys are doing a second problem of the day, start with step 3. If this is brand new problem of the day, then go ahead and start with step 1. So step 3 says entering your data into L1 and L2, press stat enter. So you're going to hit stat enter, and that should bring up your lists. Now we can start in our list again. So list 1, you're going to put your height, and list 2 will be your shoe length. So remember, we hit 150, enter, 180, enter, 170, enter, 135, enter, 166, enter, 142, enter, and 151, enter. Once again, I always like to make sure I have the correct amount of numbers. So in here, I've got 7 numbers. Here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Now let's enter the shoe length, hit the right arrow, and go ahead and start typing in your data for shoe length. Perfect. So we've got all seven numbers entered in both our X and both our Y, or both our list 1 and our list 2. So now we can continue on with the problem. Step 4 says creating that scatter plot. So to see a graph of your data, you're going to need to turn stat plot on. We actually already did that. So all we have to do is hit zoom 9. So since we've already used the calculator, we've already done the Y equals up and or down. So now we just have to hit zoom 9 on the calculator. So zoom button's the one in the very top middle. We're going to hit zoom and then the number 9. And you should see a scatter plot of your data. Next step, step number 5. Find the regression model for the data. Press stat right 4 for the linear model. Before I get too ahead of myself, though, let's answer the questions on the sheet. So question A says, use your graphing calculator to create a scatter plot. Sketch your results on the graph above. So anytime it tells you to sketch your graph or sketch your results on the graph, I'm not looking for perfection. I just kind of want to see you do something that looks like that. So don't forget we have height on the X, and then we have shoe size or shoe length on the Y-axis. Okay. And now I just need to kind of create something that looks similar to that. So I'm going to put my dots. I'm going to try and replicate that as best as possible. There we go. Okay. So that looks fairly close to the actual graph that I have. Once again, just eyeball it. It is a sketch. I want to see that you were able to view it on your calculator. That's what I'm looking for here. All right, now question B says use your graphing calculator to find the LSRL. That's step 5 on your paper. So you're going to hit stat right 4. Okay, so remember the stat button is right there. So stat right, the direction right, and then 4. Hit enter a bunch of times till you get to calculate, and hit enter one more time. And there is my least squares regression line. So remember, it's y equals, in your calculator, it's ax plus b. Remember, a is 0.299290, so we round to 2 decimals. It'll be 0.29 is going to round to 30, so 0.30. x, and then your b is negative 21.63. And we can put that equation into our y equals. So step 6, graphing the LSRL. Press y equals, which is that very top button right here. We don't need that one that we currently have, so you can hit the clear button. Clear is underneath the directional pad. And go ahead and type in our new equation, 0.30x minus 21.63. And if we hit graph, we should now see that line go right through the middle of our data. And we want to use it to predict the shoe length for Isabella, who is 182 centimeters tall. So if you're done with the graph, go ahead and hit second quit. And then we just got to plug it in. So 0.30 times x. Remember, x right here is 182. 82. End parentheses. Remember, parentheses are right above the 8 and the 9. Minus 21.63. And my answer for that is 32.97. So then Isabella's shoe length would be 32.97, or the predicted value would be 32.97 centimeters.